Okay, so we're in the final part of this lab, part 3. Again, you're going to have a internet window open so that you can go to dftt.sourceforge.net, and we're going to click on the basic carving test 1 to look at that information. So we have that here, and we're going to look to see what we have here. And once we've done that, you can expand the hints for guidance, and it tells you what you're going to be looking for here. And we're going to leave this tab open. So let's go ahead and check off step 1, and we're going to go to step 2, and that means that we're going back to our virtual environment. If you've closed your Kali Linux VM, please make sure that you log into it and sign in with root and password with the $signs and the 0, as you can see here, this information. And go ahead and check off step 3 if you already entered that password in and you're back to the Kali Linux environment. Make sure if you close the environment out that you have opened the terminal window over here in the top left-hand corner of your screen, of your virtual environment screen. So once we've done this, we're going to go ahead and unzip 11carfat.zip in the roots download folder. So let's go ahead and expand our hints for guidance, and we're going to change to our root directory, and that is by going ahead and typing cd to change our directory, and slash, and we're going to go root, and we're going to go to downloads, and make sure that you have that capital D for downloads, or you might have an error. So now we're in that, so let's do an ls-l, and we're going to go ahead and we look to see that we have some files in here. We're looking for that 11carfat.zip, and that's right here at the top. So we are going to go ahead and look at that. So now we're going to unzip this, and remember, we're going to use the unzip command and the file name .fat.zip, and it's going to inflate this information for us. So now it's expanded it, so we can go ahead and do an ls-l to view the contents of the directory, and you can see that we have this, and now you can go ahead and score. And if you've done all these steps, you should get a task complete. If you haven't, just start with step 8 and go ahead and navigate to that root, and then continue the further steps from A to F. Check off step 4, and we're going to go to step 5, and now we're going to mount the 11carfat.dd file to the mount temp 11 folder. So what are we going to do here? We're going to make a folder here. We're going to do mkdir and /mnt/temp 11 to create this mount point. And now we've already created that. We did the make dir. So let's go ahead and mount this information. So we're going to go mount 11-carve-fat.dd, and we're going to hit enter. And it says it can't find the file change. So let's take a look at this and see what we need to do. And so, as you can see, it gave us a mounting error. So this should result. So this is something that indicates it could be that it's corrupted, or it cannot be mounted for direct file system analysis. So let's go ahead and check this step off. We've already initiated that error. So let's now go ahead to step 6 and expand these hints for guidance, and we're going to look to see the details of the drive image. So let's take a look at that using the fdisk command. Let's go ahead and type that command in now. We're going to go to FI walk 11 carve, and I'm going to extend my lab here. And it looks like we now see some partial information, and this will give us some information on the drive. So I knew this command, so we are going to, and it even says some possible encryption is detected here on this drive. So let's go ahead and check off step 7 and go to fsstat. Our next in step 8, and we're going to use that 11 carve to display some information. So now we have an indication that with the image file. So let's go on to our next section. So let's go ahead and check. Well, let's run this one more command to see the statistics of the drive image. And we're still getting some raw open image files. So it looks like we might have a possible corrupted partition table because we still can't open it with this other tool using the FAT16. So we're going to go ahead and try MMLS to see what we can get out of here. So let's go to MMLS. So we're still getting no results with this. So no results are being displayed on this. So what we need to do now is we can go ahead and try to run test disk on this to see if we can find some more information. It's often necessary to try numerous tools or techniques to recover evidence. There's not one that's always going to be your catch-all that's going to give you everything that you're looking for in a single pane. Wish that was possible, but that's why we have other tools to do. So we're going to run test this now and see what we can find. In this, right now we're on step 9, and then we have a little bit more, and then we're going to go to our comprehensive questions here. So let's finish this up. So let's expand these hints for guidance. And so we're going to make an output folder, and then we're going to run some commands to see what we have. So let's go ahead and get this done. Now let's go ahead and run the test this 11 card fat.dd to see if we can open the drive. Not sure why we're getting these error messages in this lab. I'll have to look into it. But let's continue on and enter these commands in so we can get some practice. So it looks like we have nothing else to do in this section because we can't get it to open. However, it should have opened up, and if we can figure out what it is later, we will revise this video. So let's go ahead and check off step 9. And then we're going to look at the recovery. So let's see what we have, what we can get out of this part, part 10. Let's see if we can carve something out of this. So we're going to CD output, and then we're going to type ls-l, and there's nothing in here. So the next step is we're going to have to skip this part until we can get this part fixed on the lab, and then we'll go on. So the image recovery file includes cats, which image, and that is going to be pumpkin. So you can select pumpkin and score, and then you have that, confirm your work. And then let's go to the comprehensive questions here. So we have, what is the maximum number of primary partitions that can be defined on an MBR drive if logical drives are in use, and that is 3. And we're going to hit score. Which of the following tools from the Sleuth kit, which is TSK, select all that apply? And we've actually used pretty much everything here. We used iStat, MMLS, TS Recovery, FL, and FStat. So we're going to hit score. And now we have what is the forensic process of recovering access to files that are otherwise inaccessible due to corruption, partial data loss, especially in headers, deletions, and partition structure damage, and that is what we call file carving. We try to carve it out. What is an IOC that reveals the presence of a hidden partition? And that is the most logical one, is the use space in an extended partition. So we can go ahead and hit score for that. And then finally, our last question is, what is the file system metadata structure that is used to store and organize a file object information such as file size, owner, user, group IDs, permissions, and timestamps? And that finally is inode. And you can go ahead and hit score, and you have completed the lab. You can go ahead and hit graded. Stay tuned for updates to this video. I will try to I will report the error messages that we got in the lab to CompTIA via my intermediary, and we will see what they come up with as far as an answer to getting these issues fixed. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.